from Worcester. Ms. Comerford.
Thank you, Madam President, and through you to the members. Madam President, as you well know, symbols have weight, they have meaning, they have power. With this in mind, I am more than delighted to rise in strong support of a resolve to establish a special commission relative to the seal and the motto of the Commonwealth. I want to express my deep gratitude to the gentleman from Winchester who has ably and passionately led on this issue and brought this bill before us today. I have been proud to offer him my unwavering support and so grateful for his leadership and friendship. I also want to thank the Senate President who extended herself to meet directly with Massachusetts tribal leaders as we readied this bill for the floor. I am deeply grateful to the Senate President's commitment. This bill has been on a long journey, Madam President, a decades-long journey, as Senator Lewis well said, but today it's arrived. I have been in many Massachusetts gatherings where people have pointed fingers to our neighbors in the South and their Confederate symbols. We are encouraged that they are coming down, and yet we here in Massachusetts continue to display a symbol that for many expresses the subjugation of Native Americans through violence. As we mark the 400th anniversary of the Pilgrim landing at Plymouth, we have a responsibility to tell the truth about the ravages of colonization, which continue to take their toll today. Today, Madam President, we place the Senate on the right side of history. Under this bill, the Commonwealth will launch a commission to examine the Massachusetts flag and seal and recommend a new official state symbol and motto that reflect the mutual respect and connection we strive for between all people who share the Commonwealth today. Today, the Senate must say yes to a new seal and a new motto that both embody the values we hold dear, that we want representing us. Decades ago, when I was an organizer, I worked with the Nippon Myohoji Peace Pagoda of Leverett on a statewide walk inspired by then Mashpee Wampanoag chief Slow Turtle, whom Senator Lewis spoke so beautifully about. We walked in support of this legislation. And as Senator Lewis said beautifully, it was the Amherst students from the Fort River School whom I have spoken with about this legislation who first stood in solidarity with Slow Turtle and then Representative Byron Rushing to raise their voices. The walk we organized across the Commonwealth ended on the steps of this very State House, one of countless such walks and actions and campaigns over many years in support of changing our state symbol. It won't surprise you to learn, Madam President, that 21 of the 24 cities and towns of the Hampshire-Franklin-Worcester district have voted to endorse this legislation, urging me to make this a priority, to advocate for an opportunity to reconsider and reset our Commonwealth symbol and motto. Today, decades of Western Massachusetts voices seem to echo through our chamber and certainly in my email inbox, which is flooded with messages rejoicing at this monumental vote and the profound new understanding and healing this legislation and our vote today represents. I want to thank the advocates as well, and Senator Lewis named many. I will simply call out the tribal nations of the Commonwealth, the Peace Pagoda, certainly David Detmold, who is my constituent, and the Indigenous Legislative Agenda for holding us accountable to act. This legislation has been people-powered for sure. This bill expresses a statement about our deepest held values here in the Commonwealth in the nearly 400 years since the first European settlement. We will join together to account for our history, to reject racism, discrimination, and injustice, and in doing so, open the door to a transformative path forward. Today, we will advance the cause of justice just a bit further. I also want to say, Madam President, to you and to our colleagues, that I do look forward to the day when we can act as we should to also ban dehumanizing Native mascots, and in doing so, listen to the calls from every single tribal nation in the Commonwealth. With that, Madam President, I urge my colleagues to support this legislation. Thank you.
The resolve has been read a third time. The question now comes on passing the resolve to be engrossed. Calls of the yeas and nays being previously been called for. The clerk will call the roll.